All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy October 13th, Monday, live and direct, coming to you from beautiful Arizona. I'll be out here for 1.5 days doing a mastermind. And so excited, you guys. Very, very grateful, but a little irritated. Okay, a little irritated. So your boy forgot his razor. And as a bald man, the shaving of the head is a really, really important process, right? It is very liberating. It's a process. It feels good. Well, I realized as you travel and you get older, your toiletry bag becomes the centerpiece of all things that you travel with. And so I travel quite a bit. Well, I noticed that it didn't have my 5-blade razor that I've been using for absolutely years and years and years. So what I have to do this morning, I woke up and I ordered it from DoorDash. Okay, so well, DoorDash comes, and no knock on you if this brand works for you. This shit does not work. I literally had to use 3 razors just to shave my head, shave my face, and to shave under here. Okay. Because they're not as sharp, they're not as crisp, they're not as clean. So other than that, I've had a really, really good morning, but I'm a man of routine. I'm a creature of habit. The things that I use are the things that I use, and I'll be like that until I'm old and old and old and old and gray. So anyways, other than that, I'm doing very, very well. I'm excited for Gary. Gary's hitting the big stage today in Southern California. Didn't know that he was co-founder, co-owner of a tech company. And so super stoked to see your name and lights and see you on the billboard. So I felt it would be applicable to have you take us all out on the field on this beautiful Monday morning. So Gary Archer, hit him with the big dog. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's roll.
Man, thanks for having me. Another grateful day. If we have air, we have opportunity. Remember that. We woke up, we blessed. It's another Monday, my favorite day of the week. As Elias said, I'm speaking today at LA Tech Week main stage. It's a small dream of mine. We started this company trying to fix a problem. We've been turning down investment for the last 10 years. Me and my partner own 84% of this company. It's got a crazy evaluation, and today's about to go up, 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 up. So keep living your dreams. Keep doing things that make your younger self proud of. Keep making yourself uncomfortable. And that's why I'm here in real estate. As everyone knows, I do a lot of things, and I'm just as excited about this real estate thing. And I appreciate everyone on this call with my journey. And I'm very, very blessed to be able to see everyone else's. Thank you very much.
Gary, let me ask you a quick question, because raise your hand if you're on the screen right now and you feel that in the next year you want to get on a couple stages, locally, nationally, internationally. If you want to speak, share your truth, share your testimonial. I know it. I can see it. I see hands. I see smiles. And I'm here for 100% support. If you ever need anything, a letter of recommendation, you let me know. But Gary, in prepping for a keynote and a delivery, I don't know how much time you have, but what are some things that you do to better prep so you're prepared for that speech?
Well, it's hard to, I just think knowledge is everything. Understanding what I want to talk about, understanding with the energy I want to say it, understanding with the messaging, the feelings I'm trying to get across. That's it. Like I know everything about it. I know everything what I'm trying to say, but it's not a keynote, Elias. It's like we're one of 3 companies they're pulling up that they're highlighting out of the All Tech Week, and they're interviewing us on the stage like a TED Talk. It's like a TED Talk sort of thing, right? So it's not as hard as you do by myself on it. But, I could do, I'm sure, that'd make me a little more nervous, but, I might be able to pull that off with some Elias help. But today, like I said, I'm on stage with the host on a couch like TED Talk.
Okay, cool. Well, man, I cannot wait to see all the footage. I can't wait to hear how it went. So let's give Gary some love, light, and positive energy. Super, super excited for you, my man, to be featured at such an event in Southern California, Los Angeles, name on the billboards. It's a really, really big deal. So congratulations. I'm going to go to Evelyn. Evelyn, really quick. Good to see you. Top of the morning. Are your guests here? You want to give them a quick heads up on what to expect while they're here?
Yeah, one of them is Natalie, and I'm excited to see her here. I actually just met her yesterday. Me and Sheree went on a community run in Oakland, and she was there. She's a fitness trainer in Oakland, which is pretty cool. And I just went on a whole rant about how much I love what I do and my testimony in real estate, and she was loving it. So she's here today, and I let her know how cool and awesome these meetings are. And Natalie, you're gonna get to see a lot of people's testimonies, a lot about how they're feeling on the day to day in this business, and feel inspired by them and take notes on what works for them and what helps them through this industry. So,
Well, I appreciate you being here. Natalie, thank you for being here. My hope is this, that you take one thing from this session that makes you think, feel, and that you can apply in your life and business. And so you and I and a lot of people on this group call, we all speak the similar language. We understand that mind, body, and spirit are direct correlation of how we're showing up in business. And so, Natalie, thank you for being here. Anytime you want to get involved in the conversation, please do so. Is it Natalie? Am I saying it right? Because it has an H in it. I make sure don't want to butcher it. Is it pronounced Natalie?
Yes, you're pronouncing it right.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, good to have you here. Thanks for being on. You guys, we're going to start out with a quick quote, and I'm going to go here, and then we're going to talk about some wins from this last week. So I'm going to share my screen here. Boom, bam, we are in. All right, cool. So I'm going to read this out loud to everybody. I saw this over the weekend. I'm always looking for things that I can use while we're in our calls. And so I'm going to read this out loud to everybody. What you do in private always shows up in public. Reading shows in conversations. Your workout show in your physique. Your diet shows in your energy. Your discipline shows in your confidence. Your focus shows in your results. You are what you cultivate when no one is watching. Oh, that one landed for me, you guys, because people are seeing the surface of everything that you've created. When you're in dialogue, when you're having conversations about the market, the conditions, the patterns, the nuances, they can tell how much you've done your homework. They know if you're spitting some facts or you're just trying to fake it in that moment. They can see you as soon as you walk in the room. If you're somebody that takes care of themselves, somebody that is truly, truly working on themselves. When they talk to you, they know that you don't have a victim mentality. They know that you've done the hard work, that you've healed, that you've done the identity work. And so I want to share this with you guys. I thought it was really powerful. I think this is one of those ones that you take a picture of, do a green screen, do some commentary on this, but I wanted to share that with you. Before we get rolling, before we talk about wins for the week, does anybody want to share their thoughts, contribution, insight, or dialogue around this quote? Feel free to throw your hand up, get involved in the conversation. Would love to hear from you. And I'll pause for a quick second. Anybody going once? Anybody going twice? Remember, it's Monday morning, you guys. Let's get this train moving down the tracks. All right, cool. Then we're going to move on. I'm going to go. Okay. Oh, there Glenn is. All right, cool. Glenn, let's go to you, big dog. Give me your thoughts, takeaways, dialogue from what I just shared. Let's roll.
It's interesting, Elias. For me, there are times when I think I'm ready to face the day, and I get dressed up. I shave my face with my preferred razor. I
A big deal, right?
It absolutely is a big deal. And I put on the happy face, and I put on the show, and I go out, and no matter how many people are like, "Oh, you look great," or "It's so good to see you," or whatever it is, that there's sometimes when I didn't take care of things in my house before I left my house, and that just follows me around the entire day. And it just, there are times that I have to do more than put on my happy face, and I have to realize, you know what? Take care of your shit. Take care of my shit at home. And when I say in my house, it's whatever's going on inside, not necessarily in the building that I live in. But people see it and they sense it, and I can tell whether they say it to me or not. I can absolutely tell.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. How's the house doing today?
This house is good. It's a bit overwhelmed, but my house is good today. I almost didn't come today to the meeting, but I decided, you know what, I need this for me. So move some things around, and here I am, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, Glenn, we are equally as happy that you are here. So I appreciate you, big dog. Let's do this, you guys. Let's start off with some wins. I want 3 to 5 people. Yes, 3 to 5 people to get in the queue. I want you to share a personal win and a professional win from this last week. And if you want to add some stank on it, talk to me about the biggest challenge that you faced over the week and how you got over it. So who's it going to be? I need 3 to 5 people. Do not be shy. You know who you are. And Patrick, you better fucking throw your hand up, big dog. Okay. You had a massive win over the weekend. So I'm going to pause. And if I don't get the hands up, then I'm just going to start assigning the hands. And so there's two. Who else is it going to be? So we got two down, two down, two down. Let me pause for a second. Let me just look at you guys in the eyes really quick. Mara, looking intently at the camera. Evelyn, David, Tanisha, Mohan, Carlos, everybody has a damn win, personal and professional. This is a participation event. This is not something you lay back in the cuts and listen to. So I got 4 hands up. I need 1 more. Thank you. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go, you guys. All right, Ashley. Ashley G, let's hit them. Personal win, professional win, and if you'd like to, throw some stank on it, a big challenge that you were able to overcome this last week. Let's go.
Good morning. Okay, so personal win, I have been back to my health activities. I've been in the gym, I've been walking, I've been eating clean, juicing ginger, and that has been going really well for me. So it's been a struggle, but I've been able to be consistent the last few weeks. I'm super proud of that. And professional win, something I've been doing on the side is using my sales coaching background to coach an ISA, which if you don't know what an ISA is, it's somebody who does cold calls for real estate. And so one of the realtors I work with hired an ISA, and it was a struggle bus because those VAs don't know everything when you first hire them. So you just kind of pick up on a vibe, hire them. I went through the whole hiring process. I picked them, I hired them, I trained them. We were hitting some rocky moments there for a week or two. We were calling a lot of people, and it was bad. It was really bad, but it was like literally 3, 4, 5 hours a day. I'm having her read things. I'm having her watch things. I'm listening to calls. I'm coaching her. And she booked 5 appointments last week. So I was super proud of that.
Let's go, Coach Ashley. I absolutely love this. And listen, I know that my wife invited you to go up to Apple Hill with us 2 weeks ago. You weren't able to make it, family stuff. I get it. Be grateful that you didn't go. You didn't miss anything. I'm just saying that, like, I'm glad you saved that time and that day.
Thank you. I didn't go because I looked up where you guys were going and I saw the suites and I was like, I don't know if I have the self-control to go there and not eat that yet. I'm developing it still, so I just have to not put myself in those places yet.
We're going to be real. It was weak and it's not worth the drive and it's not worth the money, but that's just my opinion. Moving on, let's go, Patrick. Patrick, what do you got? Personal win, professional win. Let's roll, big dog.
Yeah, good morning. I wish it didn't call up on me. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, you know.
Don't then. Don't. We won't even say it then. Just say that you wrote an offer.
Hey, I'm gonna say it now. I'm in the hot seat. Fuck it, I'm here. I'm gonna manifest it now. But personal win first. I hit my target weight. I mean, I dropped like at least 8 pounds for the last 3 weeks. So feeling good, feeling active, feeling ripped. And also another personal win and kind of business win as well is I managed to convince 2 of my bestest colleagues and friends to start taking real estate license tests and hopefully join the team in the future in the next couple of months. And in par with that, with a little bit of stank.
And hold on, really quick. So 8 pounds, 2 weeks. What are some things that you can suggest or advise the group to do?
Yeah, no, for sure. Just cut off sugar, drink a lot of water, do the 30-minute walk. Get at least 10,000 steps in. It's not that hard. Listen to some podcasts and then elevate your mind at the same time.
Simple. Okay, cool, bro.
Super simple.
And then
business win and also some stank. Something that I had to kind of get over the weekend. I had this a very massive lead client that came in over 7 figures. And at first, kind of I've never dealt with this big a deal. I'm talking about past 9 a.m. type stuff. So imposter syndrome kicked in on me real quick. Like I was in my room walking back and forth like, how am I even gonna handle this? Who am I gonna talk to? Like I lost every freaking minds. I don't know. I forgot the functionality of everything. I don't know. I just lost it. But then I sat down, just sat and just looked at I actually looked at my past deals and told myself like, bro, what the heck? You got this. Because if I'm telling myself that I'm gonna be a top agent, I need to start acting like it and believing like I am. And so I need to break that ceiling, and I did. And I'm just hoping for the best, and I'm building good rapport with the listing agent. I'm feeling optimistic, but you know what I mean? It's up to him.
that's right, man. But that level of confidence, like, listen, I don't care if it's 15 million or if it's a $1 million home. You know the route. You know the route. You know how to run this process. You've done it over and over again. You're going to run through the same sequence. You're going to build the relationship. You're going to look at material facts. You're going to negotiate like a beast. Like it's the same thing, man. And so I'm really, really happy for you. Fingers crossed. More information to come on that, you guys. Hopefully you have some good news in the next couple of days. So Patrick, absolutely love that. And it could show that you're focused so much on your health and it's showing up and how you're showing up in business and what you talk about and the energy that you exude every single day, man. So congratulations on both fronts. Let's go to Brianna. Brianna, what do you have for us? Hey, listen, I feel for you. And I didn't want to talk shit because I know that your chicken has feelings. But yeah, she has propecia or alopecia or something's going on with her.
Oh, she's looking better today. She's very
Okay.
fluffy, and her feathers are starting to grow back. They grow back quite quickly, but yes, we had to speak confidence into her this week because she was ugly, but she's doing good. Can hear them talking right now. So
Good.
personal wins for me is I have gotten 3 referrals for listings from other agents. One of them was from someone talking about me in a girl. I'm trying to talk on coaching. My chicken will not shut up. Sorry. One of them is from someone I've never even walked in the room. I didn't even know most of the people in this room, and they referred me and spoke highly of me in a room I've never walked in. So
Let's go.
that, like, I almost cried. I probably did cry. So that was huge for me. I was just like, wow, I've been showing up. I've been working on my confidence and just all of the things, and like to feel it pay off in that. I mean, it's paid off in many other facets, but in that one, like that's huge. When someone speaks highly of you in a room you've never walked in, you can say, I'm doing something correct. So,
Right.
of course, we don't get too confident around here. We stay humble because that could all just
Right.
go away in 2.2 seconds. If you get too confident, too cocky, and don't remember that that is a blessing that I've worked for. I'm not going to take that away from myself, but it is a blessing and not everybody gets those opportunities. So thank you to everyone that speaks my name in rooms. And so that's huge. I have a listing going on the market on Thursday with Christina, which working with her is amazing. And I'm going to Miami next week for SPCon, me and Brandy. We got our whole agenda. You will see us coordinating our outfits, all of it. And
Can't wait.
and so overcoming something, that's actually really challenging for me. I'm probably overdue my household. My family is very spoiled. Brianna does everything. So leaving 4 days to my husband and my mom to handle my kids' sports and school and everything that I do. Well, not everything because I'm leaving, my business is going with me. But to do all of that without me here and me agree to do this is huge, huge for me because I don't do stuff like that. And I've actually a couple times almost as life was hitting me because I've said before, we had a huge plumbing problem, a dishwasher go out, a leaking water pipe, a transmission. I mean, this past week and a half has been like just bap, bap, bap. And every time it's money coming out. So then I'm getting ready to go on a trip where I'm going to be spending money on myself, investing in myself. And I was like, I told my husband, I was like, I can't go. I can't spend this money. I can't do this when we had like a $10,000 week. And he was like, no, absolutely not. He's like, you're going. I don't give a shit. Go. We'll figure it out. He was like, you deserve this. You need this. This is an investment. And I agreed to it. And normally I'd have been like, don't tell me what to do. So
I
that is
love
what's
this.
going on in the world of Chicken Mom.
Well, I couldn't see you being in Miami without Brandy and Brandy being in Miami without you. It just feels
Absolutely
like
not.
the yin and the yang is not connected. And so I think we might be on the same flight on Sunday. I got to check flight information, but
Uh-oh.
hopefully I can see you guys on the flight too. All right, let's go to Mara. Mara, personal win, professional win from last week. And let's keep this train rolling. Let's go. Great job, Brianna. Appreciate you.
Uh, Personal win, we finished another project on our house, so that was a big deal. Glad that that is done. And then professional win, I'm putting together a trunk or treat, and we got the Grape Yard Car Club signed on with us, so they'll come out. So it'll be like a classic car show and trunk or treat. So
Ah,
it's
I
exciting.
love this. I love this. I love this. What date?
The 30th. And I'm
Okay.
doing it out at the Meadows of Napa Valley, which is that's my PRN job. That's what I do, my physical therapy assisting with all my seniors. So, hopefully we'll be capturing some of that market while we're out there.
If someone on the call has a classic car, can they come out and join?
Of course.
Cool. Drop the information down below. Mara, appreciate you. Great to see you. Let's go Evelyn, and then we'll go Morgan, and then we'll shift gears in the conversation. Let's go, Evelyn.
Okay, so personal win was definitely doing that community run yesterday because I'm usually more of a weightlifter, not a runner. And so I just randomly went and showed up with Shrey, and I actually did all 3 miles without stopping, which I'm regretting this morning, but so we'll get over it. And so a professional win would be getting a listing appointment scheduled this week. And so throughout my real estate career so far, I've only worked with buyers. So I definitely felt Patrick on that one, where like that imposter syndrome kicks in and you're just like all of a sudden forgetting certain things and you're like feeling like you have to like overthink everything. But I'm excited for it, and I know that, I mean, I have an amazing team, and I've had the training, I've had everything, so I'm excited for it and just using my confidence to get through that meeting. So and then a challenge would be getting through those doubts and getting through that and just, pursuing it.
Listen, Evelyn, if you want to hop on a coaching call this week to kind of game plan, to go over your net sheet, to go over your marketing plan, to go over the strategy, key questions to ask, nuances, where do you sit, what do you do when you get out of the car? Like literally just get on my calendar and I can walk you through that. But I'm super, super excited. And it is a little nerve wracking because it's new, it's different. There's different things that we have to talk about. You're going to get asked questions that maybe you don't have the answers to when it comes to taxes and all kinds of things. So let's prep and prepare. I'm here for you, but super, super excited for this happening. Same for Brianna. Let's go, Alexis. I saw your hand up really quick. Alexis, personal win, professional win. Then we'll go to Morgan. And I think that was everybody. Let's go, Alexis.
A professional win was just like taking my head out of like not feeling confident. So I like for door knocking. So I like talked to myself a little bit, gave myself a little pep talk, kind of did like an exposure therapy for rejection. So that was really good. And just, went out there, door knocked maybe like 200 flyers out over Saturdays. It's really fun. I did like a new, not a newsletter, but local events in San Mateo County. So that was really good. Talked to some neighbors. So that was good. Just building up the confidence. So that was the personal win for me. And the professional win, I'm hosting.
Alexis, let
Sorry.
me pause you for, did you say exposure therapy?
Yeah, for like
Okay,
rejection.
I've never heard this before. So I just wrote this down. Absolutely love this. Go on.
Yes, yeah, exposure therapy for rejection. And then my professional win is I'm hosting my first event. My family and I do Toys for Tots. It's our 8th year partnering with Security Public Storage. So we're hosting an event on October 25th. We're gonna have food, drinks. We're doing this thing where if you donate a toy, you get a raffle ticket. And I got some Chicago title and a lender that I know to donate some raffle prizes, and they'll be there too. So it'll be fun. I'm inviting out all my friends, family, and like past clients from my family's team. So yeah, it'll be fun.
I love this. I love this. Really great stuff. And your stuff will be in your inbox this morning. I checked with Rachel. So if you have any questions, let me know. But man, I love this. Brand new, going out there, getting exposure therapy for rejection, knocking on the doors, doing the damn thing, setting up an event. Like this is really, really powerful stuff. Great job, Alexis. Let's go, Morgan, and then we'll shift gears in the conversation.
Professional and sorry, business and personal win. I got into my second contract on my birthday.
Wait, say it again from your chest. You got in your second what?
Contract on my birthday.
Let's go. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. And my sister went into labor on my birthday, but had the baby the next day.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm so happy for you. Listen, Morgan, I know, we know, you got friends on the team, how much you've been working behind the scenes. All of us have our own personal challenges, and I'm just so happy for you. I'm happy for your family. And is a new baby niece or nephew? Did I miss that? Niece? What's her name?
Ava.
Ava. How cute. How cute. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Love it. I love it.
I have to hop on here because this
I knew it.
we gotta talk about this second contract though. This second contract, Morgan worked so freaking hard on. This client has been so freaking challenging for her, and she pushed through. So I can speak for myself. I can speak for Brandy. We are so freaking proud of her. She deserves this number 2. Is all her. She deserves it 110%. And like Morgan, we're so freaking proud of you, girl.
Yeah.
I agree. So proud. Nice work.
Let's go, Morgie. We appreciate you. Congratulations. Welcome to the world, baby Ava. Congratulations on your second contract. Absolutely love this. You guys, a couple things I want to share with you really quick. I saw some things this week. People taking action on the whole spooky season. Not sure if you saw this new video from Jessica. I'll just drop it here in the chat, copy link. I thought it was really, really cute the way that they did this video. Let me go, everyone. Let's go here. Boom, bam. Cool. Here's some good idea. They're doing a Halloween giveaway. I thought this was really good. You guys can watch that video, get some inspiration. And then last week on the call, we talked about reaching out to expireds, right? And we said, we talked about you got ghosted, right? And so I was looking on Kelly's story and she took advantage of that. Sorry you got ghosted by your realtor. So I thought it was a really, really cute play on what is happening during the season, taking the spooky season, Halloween, and leveraging that. If you're going after expireds, it could be a postcard, it could be a post, but the postcard is very simple. Sorry you got ghosted with an ellipsis, ... And then it has some copy on the back. Say, hey, Sarah, sorry you got ghosted by your realtor. I understand that your house just expired. Because what's happening, those people are getting 30 calls a day. And what the realtors are saying is they're saying a script that has been taught and been and put into practice for years and years. Oh, I have a buyer that would be interested in this property. And then what do the sellers do? We'll bring the buyer. Well, I have to at least come by and see the property first. It's a fucking bait and switch. It's weak. It's been taught for many, many years, and I don't teach that. What I would do is I would do something different. I would be the purple cow. I would stand out in a sea of sameness. Something like I'm sorry you got ghosted. That is going to help you guys stand out. And so I thought it was really, really cool. Check out Jessica's video. Check out Kelly's story if you guys are looking for inspiration of how to leverage this time of year. And the purple cow. Yeah. Have you read that book? Yeah. So it's a purple cow. Is how do you stand out versus all these black and white cows in the pasture, and then you have the purple cow. The purple cow represents marketing that is vastly different than everybody else. It's how do you stand out in the sea of sameness? It could be your words, it could be the color of your flyer, it could be the color of your envelope when you're sending mailers out, right? It could be red, it could be purple, it could be, gold, whatever it is, but it's the way that you stand out versus all the other cows out there. It's a really, really small book, Purple Cow. Highly recommend that you get that. It makes you think about your marketing in a completely different way. Everyone can call a seller and tell them, oh, I see that it just expired. What are all the reasons why you feel it didn't sell? What were some of the things that you feel your agent didn't do? Well, here I am. Well, okay. they're going to hear that over and over and over again and become desensitized until they get a flyer or get something on their doorstep and like, okay, this is different because this shows me that this person's creative enough to do a different style of marketing. And maybe that's what was needed to sell my house. Maybe I'll give that person a call. So actually the Purple Cow is How Do We Stand Out in the Sea of Sameness? Really, really good book, especially as we're looking at amplifying and doing things differently and standing out. But I want to spend a quick moment on this. Let's see. Michael Swanson, are you still here? Michael Swanson going once, going twice. Okay, cool. All right, Michael Swanson, without going into the details, some shit happened over the weekend. And I think that it's important that you share a little bit of what happened, because not on the basketball court, the other thing that we were talking about, because it's important that we are staying in our lane, finding out things that work, pushing the envelope, doing things that are different, shaking shit up, doing what is real for us. And I think that you had some pushback from a hater out there, and I don't care about name, none of that stuff. It doesn't matter. But like, what happened in that conversation? And tell us a little bit about it. I think it's important because we're all out here trying to do what we do, find our lane, find our voice. I feel that you found really a lot of success on social media in the last 6 months. So talk to me about that conversation that you had with this unnamed person. Let's roll.
So I saw a post from a realtor who I've kind of looked up to, kind of looked at, from a distance on social media and stuff. I've seen this person speak. They've been in the game for a while. I saw a post from them regarding social media influencers. And when I saw the post, I kind of felt a certain way, but I brushed it off. This was Saturday. Yesterday morning, a friend of mine sent me the post and confirmed that the post was about me, and said that this particular realtor has said unfavorable about things about me in private conversations. And it just kind of struck a chord. I'm just like, for me, I feel like I get along with everybody. I stay in my lane. I do my social media. I work my business the way I see fit. It's been working for me. And so to hear that someone that, that really I looked at as inspiration kind of was down talking, it just kind of, got me down for a quick second. I shook it off, but it did get me down for a quick second.
At the end of the day, if you guys haven't followed Michael's journey, I've known Michael for many, many years now. He found something that works for him, right? And no matter what we do in this business, you're always going to have somebody that's going to hate on you. They're going to look at you like, oh my God, how could she say that? How could he say that? But as long as you're speaking your truth, it doesn't matter. Right? I don't care what this person said about Michael, because I looked on their page and in the last 18 posts, they didn't even have a video. So don't come at me with your judgment when you don't even create content, when you don't even have a video for me to judge. But at the end of the day, we're human beings. People are going to judge us. But at the end of the day, as long as you are speaking your truth, walking your purpose, following your crusade, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And listen, remember, 70% of the people out there are not going to like you. So stop trying to please everybody. 30% of the people are actually going to vibe with you. So we're not out here trying to please everybody. I'm going to please myself first. And by pleasing myself first, if that gets a couple people to bob their head and they're rocking with me and they vibe with me, that's what I want. And that's what you've created, Michael. This Bring Your Ass On, that's yours, bro. That is yours. You've coined that, and it's allow you to build something that is 100% identifiable to your brand. So to them, if they don't like it, then they can unfollow you and not watch your stuff.
Facts. You're right, bro. You're right.
They're probably looking at you and be like, oh, wow, well, he's had more growth than me. And so instead of congratulating you, and what do they say? Yes, king, they want to hate on you. So it is what it is, big dog. But I feel it was important for us to share that because, listen, you guys are always going to have people that want to judge you or say shit or say, why would you post that? Why would you say that? As long as you are walking in your purpose, walking in your crusade, and you're being honest to yourself, post, create, be whoever the heck you are, and don't let anybody ever stand in your way. Evangeline, you had your hand up really quick. Let's go to you.
Sorry, I'm like driving and then backing into the driveway here, but I just wanted to share like on Michael's like experience there that like the reality is that if you're a hater, you clearly really just don't got it like that, right? Because if you really are this top agent where you have business booming, everything's coming in, you wouldn't be looking at someone as, you know, lowly as myself, right? And I don't know, that just struck a chord with me because I'm getting into this Monterey market. I was at a networking event just last week, and you know, I'm having questions as to like, and how did you know the owner to get this listing? Or you know, it's very like all the old heads that are kind of gatekeeping, and they do not like someone new coming into their market. And you know, that was just how I processed that. Is like, if you got it like that, why are you even worried about me? Am I not just some little lonely fish in the sea? I'm just a little guppy, right? But you clearly feel inferior, and that's why you want to be a hater. And guess what? Being a hater ages you. That's why you look like that.
Let's go, Evangeline. Let's go. Listen, I was at dinner last week and having, you know, nice dinner. Two of the people were strangers to me. And then we started talking about social media, and he's just like, you can't build a real estate business from social media. What are you gonna dance and lip sync? And I was like, you know me, guys, right? I have all the proof in the world because of you, because of the team, because what we built, and from my own experience. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about like actually creating content and speaking your truth and walking your purpose. Like, oh, that stuff never would work. I said, oh, I was like, our team's actually number one in the entire world for our brokerage. And I'd say 85% of most of our growth has come from social media, from exposure. And like, he went silent. And the whole time we hung out with this dude, the whole entire time, he didn't take his fucking sunglasses off, even when it got dark and even when we were inside. I can't trust anybody like that. I can't trust anybody like that. And so people are going to hate. People are going to hang on to an old way of doing business. But I'll tell you what, we're the new guns of this business. We're going to do things that might push the envelope of what people think is the norm. But you know what we do is we throw conformity as far out the fucking window as humanly possible, and we rock whoever we are. And that is what defines us. That is what defines Be You But Fast. And so bring them on. Bring them on. Listen, even if you're not a team member, Be You But Fast is just a part of you being whoever you are, expressive, intrinsic qualities, and no matter what, staying true to your thyself. And so I wanted to share that with you. Like, my blood was boiling, but I want them over with the facts and the stats. Let's go, Christina. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I just want to add to that. I don't think I would know probably 98% of people on this call, including meeting my team at the money store, without social media. So like, even if some of you are hearing like what happened with Mike, it's going to happen. Do not let that deter you. Because I remember when I transitioned from being an assistant over like 5 years ago now to like, all right, finally I've been doing all this mortgage. I want to just be a loan officer. Like, I want to, what I've been helping a team do, I want to do for myself. And I went to my friends, like my close knit friends. And then I went to my husband and I was like, do I go and put myself on social media and like, do I do educational stuff or do I just do like quirky myself stuff? And they're like, no, be you. Like, people are just going to be drawn to you because of who you are. And then that's who you want to work with. And I was like, okay. And this was right before COVID. And then what else were we all doing? Right. So it was probably one of the best things I ever could have done to expand my business. And if you guys see my videos, a lot of them are like quirky, making fun of myself or just being like my quirky self. So do you, like, I'm sure, Michael, you were just like, whatever, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I attract the business that it's like-minded individuals and that energy is reciprocated. So don't, if you guys are doing that and you guys are like nervous on putting yourself out there, just keep doing it because it works.
Right. Listen, if it's forced and if you're white knuckling through your content and it's contrived, then yeah, then change it. But if you were just being whoever you are, doing what creatively has come to you naturally, go ahead. I know a lot of people don't like me and I really don't care. I really don't care. So Michael, I thought about you yesterday, big dog. So I wanted to share that. I'm going to go over and I'm going to switch the conversation really quick. So I want you guys to, if you can think about this, put it in the chat. I saw a video and it really made me think yesterday when I was flying out here, the skills that are required for us on this journey, the skills that are required for us to succeed in real estate. And I'm curious to hear what your vantage point is. If you could list 3 to 5 skills that you feel are imperative for success on the journey, what do you think that those skills would be? Feel free to light up the chat. I want to hear from you guys. I want to see this in the chat. If you could list 3 to 5 skills that are essential for your success on this journey, what would it be? So resilience, consistency, communication. All right, cool. Flexibility, communication, patience, and persistence. Visionary. Okay, Ashley, we see you. Welcome back. I love this contribution at a high level. Communication, listening, grit, coachable, people skills, empathy, confidence, reflective. Okay, cool. I love this. I love this. And if you have more, throw them in there. But what a great list. Integrity, tenacity, badassery, dedication, persistence, people skills, go-getter, fortune teller. Okay, I absolutely love where this conversation is going. Consistency, thick skin. Okay. Notice what nobody put in there. Nobody put, I have to master my contract, right? The contract comes afterwards, right? You'll get there. I have to understand my SOPs, right? That's going to come later, right? What you guys put are exactly what is needed to succeed on this journey. And I have a list here: confidence, self-esteem, self-belief, fortitude, grit, mental toughness, discipline. Those are the skills that are required. And listen, those are skills. We don't just show up all of a sudden we have mental fortitude. All of a sudden we have confidence and self-esteem. No, those are skills. Those are skills. Just like Patrick is working out in the gym, just like Evelyn ran that 3 miles. That is something that you have to be conscious about. It doesn't just show up. And so when we think about this, I broke it down. I put it into some slides here for us so we just have a visual representation. And I have some questions for you guys. You guys feel free to write down these questions, take a picture of these, share them on social media, but let's just start with the confidence piece here. And I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Where in your business or life are you currently shrinking instead of standing tall? And what action would you take this week if you trusted yourself completely? If you trusted yourself and you trusted the path that you were on, what would you do differently this week? And how would you build your confidence after a loss or setback, right? Like that comment from Michael, he could have let that set him back. And for a moment, he's like, you know what? That kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. But he shook that shit off and be like, hold on, no, I'm building something way bigger. She doesn't want to be a part of it. She wants to hate from the sidelines. Feel free. Watch my follower count go up and watch my bank account rise, right? How do you rebuild your confidence after a loss or setback? How, when someone hangs up in your face or hangs up or slams the door in your face or tells you that, no, you're not able or you're not capable, like what happens and how do you build your confidence from that moment? So I'm going to go through these and I want you guys to take pictures and I want you to answer these questions. Self-esteem. How do you speak to yourself when no one's listening? How are you coaching yourself? In the moments that you don't want to get up to be on these calls, the moment when you don't want to prospect, when you don't want to do that buyer consultation, when you don't want to host that open house, host that trunk or treat, how do you speak to yourself when no one's listening? Are you your biggest fan or are you your worst enemy? Are you your biggest critic? Are you hurting yourself more than anybody else is with their words? Are you diminishing your power? Are you elevating yourself? Are you putting yourself on a pedestal and are you edifying yourself? What daily habit could you add that reinforces your worth and your value every single day? Listen, let's be real. If you walk 10,000 steps every single day, in 30 days from now, that habit, you would look in the mirror and you would feel better. Your legs would feel stronger. Your ass would probably look better. Your thighs would probably look better. Your calves would probably look better. I promise you, that's one daily habit that if you did consistently for 30 days would add tremendous value to the way that you feel about yourself, directly correlated to self-esteem. What could change in your business if you saw yourself as somebody fully deserving of success? I read this morning, guys. I put that in there. And I want you guys to stay with that. Like, how would you change in business if you saw yourself as somebody that's fully deserving of success? Like your family was encouraging of your success. You might not have had money growing up, right? But like, what does it feel like to have money, to be able to put people on, to be able to have a bank account and a FICO score that you are proud of? Like, what does that feel like if you saw yourself as that person? You see, oftentimes we don't see ourselves as that person. And so we get money and we fuck it off because all we know is to fuck off the money because we haven't become the person that we need to be in order for us to have that money, to have success, and to have wealth. Sit with these questions, you guys. Self-belief. What story are you still telling yourself that limits what you believe you are capable of? When was the last time you surprised yourself by doing something you didn't think you could do? Remember what Alexis said earlier, exposure therapy for rejection, right? She learned a lot about herself. I'm sure she didn't want to at first, but then she learned, and then she probably got herself into a groove. She's like, wait a minute, I was surprised myself. I really like what I was able to do, right? When people did intensity, I had people that had never read a whole book from start to finish. Now are on their third and their fourth and their fifth book because they did that consistently and read 10 pages every single day. How can you remind yourself of your past wins when doubt creeps in? You all have wins in this game. You all have wins in this game. Remind yourself of how amazing you are. And to quote Glenn, remember of your badassery. Remember that that's in each of you. And sometimes you just need a quick checkup from the neck up. You need to have a quick conversation with you to get yourself back in alignment. Let's continue cruising on. Fortitude. I had a leader back in the days, one of my early mentors, and he used to tell me, he said, do you have the intestinal fortitude to succeed in this business? He would ask me that question every single week. And I was, of course I do. Of course I do. But my of course I do's started to be so internal. Like I felt it with every single time he asked me that. Do you have the intestinal fortitude to succeed? And like, absolutely I do. And it's the same thing for you. Do we have the fortitude? And let's check this. When things get hard, what part of you tends to take over? The fighter or the quitter? You know that you should be on social media. You know you should be knocking on doors, hosting open houses, working the phones, calling leads. So when in that moment, when things get hard, are you retreating or are you the fighter that says, let me swing these things? You see, quitting is a habit. Quitting is a habit, but so is winning. What do you do when things get hard? What challenge are you currently facing that's designed to strengthen you, not stop you? Right? Think about the challenges that you face right now in your life and business that's designed to strengthen you, not stop you. And what does resilience look like for you in real time? Not theory. What does it actually look like in real time for you? And let's continue cruising on. Mental toughness. How do you perform when pressure hits? Do you rise or retreat? Right? Are you somebody that is purposefully putting pressure into your life, putting deadlines, putting commitments, putting short time frames, putting urgency into the things that you're doing? What daily practice keeps your mind strong when your emotions try to run the show? Ooh. Read that middle one again, you guys. What daily practice keeps your mind strong when your emotion tries to run the show? When the emotion tells you to go take a nap, to don't do that. You don't feel like it. What happens in those moments? And how do you stay disciplined when motivation disappears? You see, this call will end in 8 minutes. The computers will close, the phones will go off, and you guys are now left to do what you need to do in order to push your business forward. Will this be another week of success, of moving your business forward and moving the needle? Or will it be a week that you regret that you didn't do the things that you know that you needed to do? And all you're doing is hurting yourself over and over and over again. So how do you stay disciplined when the motivation disappears? Because the motivation is in the moment. This shit's going to be gone. But what are you going to do once the motivation disappears? And then last but not least, discipline. What's one area of your life that could transform if you applied consistent discipline for 90 days? If you did 10,000 steps for 90 days, you think you're going to walk into the new year looking different, feeling better? If you did 1 hour, 1 hour of prospecting for 90 days, what would happen? If you did 1 hour of door knocking for 90 days, what would happen? How would your life be different in 90 days? What's your current system for holding yourself accountable when no one is watching, right? How are you coaching yourself? If I'm not there to say, hey, make your calls, get your ass on camera, do the things, I see you slipping, what are you doing, dog? If I'm not that one, and nobody else is that person, and you're spending the most time with yourself, What are you doing to hold yourself accountable when no one else is watching? What is that conversation you're doing or having? Are you making notes? Do you have a whiteboard? Do you have a reminder? What is it? How are you holding yourself accountable when no one else is watching? And how do you differentiate between busy and being disciplined? You see, you guys, I'm a man of discipline. I'm a man of purpose. I'm a man of cause. I'm a crusade. But this is all by design, you guys. So how do you differentiate between being busy and being disciplined? And I want to leave you with that, you guys. And as always, I want you to go to the board. If you're new to our sessions on Monday, we always go to the board on Monday. We write on a piece of paper only the numbers that are going to move the needle forward this week in our business. Only numbers. We don't have stories. No bullshit fits in that box and no excuses. Just raw numbers going to move the needle in my business this week. What are they? And what are you going to do to stick to it? And if you don't feel that you are committed to it, then don't write it. Write something that you're actually committed to and that you want to stick to. And I'm going to pause there. I'm going to go around the room, get some key thoughts and key takeaways as we start to wrap sesh, you guys. Your boy's fired up because this is the state I'm in. I choose to be in the state, but I'm super, super grateful and excited about where we are in life and business. So I'm going to go around the room, get a couple key thoughts, key takeaways from people on the call today. I'm going to go Aaron, Chris, TT, and then I'll go over to, I don't know yet, but stay there. TT, you're up first.
Sure. I appreciate Patrick sharing the imposter syndrome because I had a little bit of that this weekend. It was my very first weekend on Zillow and it was busy. So that's a win, actually. It was busy, but I was a little overwhelmed. And I had a Zillow call come in for $2.3 million on the water. This place is beautiful. And I'm like, hi. So my takeaway is that it's real to feel that way. And I'm just thankful that, you guys that are all seasoned on this call go through that also. So that makes a difference. It helps me. It lets me know that I'm real, I'm human, and I can build up my confidence and handle that 2.3. So after we get off of this call, I'm sending her a video chat with a lot of energy saying, hey, when can we chat? So thank you.
Right. Run your route, TT. We appreciate you. Listen, you never know what you're going to get and who you're going to get it from. That's why being here and being a student, being a participant is super important. So TT, thank you. Aaron, Chris, key thoughts, key takeaways from our time together today, big dog. Let's go to you and then we'll go to our guest, Natalie.
This is one that you got to come back to and revisit because this was a good one. My biggest key takeaway was my boy Mike Swanson. His disposition and the way he responded to this. We all have people we look up to and we admire from afar because you don't want to be like, in the words, you don't want to be jocking somebody too hard. So you admire from a distance, you try to follow what they do. But then when you hear that they're hating on you, I mean, just talking about it right now, I'm a type of person who kind of gets in my feelings about stuff. And so I got to calm that a little bit. And so his example of how he responded to that is probably very, very impactful for me today.
Love that, Aaron. Really good stuff. And I thought that's why I brought it up, man. Michael, I had no idea I was going to talk about it on coaching, but I felt it was applicable. I'm glad it landed for you, Aaron. Let's go to Natalie. Natalie, as our guest today, one key thought, one key takeaway from our time together today. Let's roll. And Carlos, you're going to bring us off the field today. Let's go, Natalie.
My key takeaway is just the importance of staying true to yourself and being around like-minded individuals who are on a similar path as you, because you might feel like you're all alone and you might be doing the right thing. So just, you have to keep pushing through and stay true to yourself.
I love it. Natalie, I appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing you at future sessions. Thank you for being a guest. Carlos, one key takeaway, one key thought from our time together today, big dog. Let's roll.
Thank you for giving me this platform real quick. I think it's really cool to see that, I am new to this whole networks, real estate and all this stuff. And so to see that other people who have been doing this a little bit more longer than I have, still get imposter syndrome, still get nervous, things like that. I think it just shows that, their character and just know that, they're humble people.
For sure. Appreciate you, Carlos. Listen, you guys, I don't want you to do anything this week. What I mean is that when we talk about our numbers and, go to the board, I don't want you to do anything this week. All I want you to do is I want you to be. And it's vastly different. Go and be the person who would be a top producer. Go and be the person who wants to succeed for their family. Go be the person that wants to break generational curses for your family. Go be that person. And when you're being that person, what will happen is that the doing will get done. So go and be that person this week, you guys. Really embody that and say, you know what? I'm going to go out there and be that person. I'm not just going to go and do, I'm just going to go be that person. And I'll naturally want to do it because I'm walking directly in my purpose and I'm directly in alignment. You guys, go and find your truth. Have some fun this week. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here for unwavering support. But thank you guys for all your contributions. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your vulnerability. It means the world to me. And as always, my friends, as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. And make this week, make it a week that matters, you guys. Peace.